I'm going to show you how I've marked 3 folders, and hopefully this will be helpful for moderating. The first thing I think we need to look at is this list on the right hand side here: My Map, Client and User Info, Client Questionnaire, Product Analysis, the work of others, Site Studies, Size Data, sorry, any anthropometrics and ergonomics, and then some social and moral issues. And really linking to these highlights here. Okay, so have a look at those and make sure. So Amjad over here, I've given him 10 marks for this. You can see it's really thoroughly explored his, probably overkill on his actual analysis of what needs to be done. And he's then got his client from that, asked them some questions, and then summarized that under some needs and wants and a summary of the interview on the needs and wants. Okay, so he's got that first detailed page, goes on to a mood board, fully annotated with his own thoughts and his client's thoughts. Gone into the site, quite detailed site, so this is the main area and specifically where it's going to be, and drawn a plan of it and drawn some conclusions from that and some size restrictions that he's kind of worked out, the size, data, anything that's related to the product that he's then annotated, and then after questioning some thoughts on what the client's wants are in particular to the site. With anthropometrics and ergonomics, he's not only just put some data down, but he's actually gone to his client as well and seen how that relates to his data, and then put down his own thoughts on what user-centered design will be for it and his own client as well. Then he's looked into some different styles that are interesting and to his client or himself and drawn up some conclusions at the end. Product analysis, this was a product that he actually looked at himself, primary data, and has gone through it in quite detailed product analysis there. And this is another detailed product analysis that he found on the internet. So I think he's covered all those different points there and done that to a high standard in each area. So I've given him 10. This I think is probably worth 8 or 9 marks. This is again a detailed mind map. And the client here and the current issue that he's talking about. He's asked lots of client questions and done this client needs and wants to a kind of and his conclusions at the end. I think that's really good. I think his mind map, his mood board is really good as well. Client data on there. This is the page I think he lacks. So product analysis 1 and 2. He's done them, but they're quite light here. There's not much that he's drawn conclusions from there, including the work of others. So this is really a work of others page, and his kind of designer here, which he's kind of taken some thoughts on. No social and moral impacts on that page. Here, this is really good. I think he's gone to the client's house and really looked at all the different knives and different things that would be interesting to be included in the product or will be related to it. So it's all size data, chopping boards, and he's drawn some conclusions and on the side here and talked about what the client has said in each of these different parts. He then goes on to the site study here and some materials associated with it, and written up all what he's found out here, including the measurements. Although his kind of anthropometrics data is a little bit it's not that interactive, what he has actually done is really looked at his client's data, which I think is really good, and looked at how it relates to the actual anthropometric data. He's also looked at grips and width, so all the data that's really important. So I think that's really good. I think it maybe just drops a mark or two just relating to this page here. On this last one, this is where I awarded a 6 to. So again, my maths here is quite basic, but then he's written more detail down here, the possibilities. So he has justified them and looked at some materials, and he's come up with his client, but this is quite basic information about his client. And then he goes into his client interview, again quite basic, but it is there, and the whole kind of different companies that might be associated with it. Product analysis, again 2 different products with some general thoughts on it, and a designer as well at the bottom, and a style. So he's gone into some detail, but again not over the top. So he's done the work, but just not very detailed amount of work. Coming over to here, we've got the site study. Again here, done a plan, located where it is, considered what kind of things would be important, put some general anthropometrics that might be important, but nothing really that will be talking about his client. Got 2 different mood boards that you can just about see there, with his clients' annotations and some more thoughts about the impact of the different materials that could have on the planet. So that is his part. So I think it's okay. I think it's probably rated about a 6.